to try to prepare ourselves for the world of tomorrow. Okay, and that world of tomorrow is not a mystery if you tune into God. I mean, just be logical and very simple. Okay, God does not make it complicated. The evildoers do. They convolute stuff. They want us discombobulated, off balance, ignorant, dumbed down. Do you understand? That's where we're malleable. That when we're in fear, they want us in fear of them. Financial fear. You need us. You need money. Soul schmoll. You need me. You be deferent to me. You kowtow to me. I'm your boss. I'm your master. I print the money, and I legitimize the money printing. Congress and Senate. You understand? Then the Labor Department being totally remiss. They themselves could. That's what I'm always talking about, the Labor Department. This federal minimum wage could have acted as a check and balance. Could have stopped this thing in its tracks. Would have been a huge, powerful tool for oversight here in the economy. Because the federal Labor Department would have been every bit justified in coming out if the cost of living had been manipulated and they saw it going on. They said, wait a minute, no, we're supposed to see this according to true capitalist policy, supply and demand, the American way, and all that stuff. What happened to the VCR in the early 80s? Nobody could afford to buy them. $1,000. They had to rent them. Then by the mid-90s, they were $50 on sale. That should have happened to housing. We all need to ask why it didn't. With all the state-of-the-art tools now, you build out, boom, 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 boom. We're pumping out like pancakes. There's a huge demand for affordable housing. Oh, no, we're busy building the high-end stuff. All these people are buying multiple houses. Home sales are still strong. What do you think it is? People are snapping. The rich people out there making 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, whatever they're making, millions. I don't know what the hell. Some of these people are worth multi-billions and multi-millions. Yeah, they snap it all up. Deprive the people, regular people, everyday people, just regular workers, Americans, of a chance. So it's all hopeless, desperation, misery, fear, insecurity. That's all these people have to purvey. They're sick, man. And then all these people, the minor, the minions that follow along with these people, the status quo, the mini minions, the mini elitists for these people. I mean, that's a huge swath of the population out there that's in on it, man, and they don't care. I mean, they could go to church every Sunday. God knows their heart. I'm not their judge, but he's going to judge all of us. And you should be glad in your right mind you would. Just like if you were fighting your kids, your siblings were picking on you, and then your parents came home and they laid down the law, and that would feel pretty good, wouldn't it? That's what it's like for the righteous. They're going to be satisfied. They're going to get their way in this world. The world of tomorrow is going to look entirely different. A huge 180-degree departure from this one. A sea change to beat the band. Unprecedented in all of human history. This planet belongs to God. Do you understand? We're all his equally beloved children. The message is clear. You don't have to ask. Share the planet, for God's sake, of course. Money has no relevance in that realm. You understand? None at all. None at all. None at all. Now, that is a huge departure in and of itself. One, we're not supposed to know we're naked. Now, that doesn't seem, I don't see that changing. I see clothes kind of here to stay, sort of thing. And even in the Bible, it talks about having these robes of righteousness. So it's going to be a different scenario. But money cannot coexist in heaven. You understand? And that would be hell to the evildoers. If they couldn't get a one-up, have an advantage over others, enslave others, they don't want to be there. They don't. You understand? So what's God supposed to do? Just say, okay, let the bullies have their way. Let the slavers have their way in perpetuity. You're just a paper tiger guy. I got no use for you. No, he's going to lay down the law. He's going to lose his cool. And he's going to tell them what's what. He's the top gangsta. He's a good gangsta. Okay, and he's going to get his way. You see, that's how it's going to be. You see, there's a point in time when that's going to happen. And money's not going to have, sorry, your money's not worth anything here. We can learn to live together in peace and harmony, safety, security, freedom, and prosperity for everybody. We don't need Big Brother. I mean, that's the stupidest thing in the world. I need somebody to tell me should go serve. No, no, don't tell me I should go serve. You do your own thing. You're accountable to only one, your conscience and your relationship to your owner. And he's the grantor of true happiness. So don't you want to be happy? You can't be happy if you're a useless, feckless pustule, self-serving pustule, decadent slob. You know you have to give and give and give. You feel that burning desire, don't you? That utter, irresistible compulsion to serve, to share of your talents, don't you? You do. You know the one I'm talking about. That's the one God put in your heart and soul, your spirit, your mind, in your essence, in your very being. Okay? So the world of tomorrow, okay, and this body, this imperishable body that's promised, I mean, this is a place you want to be. So I'm trying to convince you to be there. Okay, I don't want to do nothing. And then later God says, why weren't you out there preaching the good news to people? So that's all I got to give. I mean, even to the evildoers, if they just turn and change and take a different path, jump off the ship of fools, God wants to save to the uttermost. You understand? Because they'll love him so much more when they get it and they go, oh my God. All these evil men, the top evil men, the Bill Clintons and the slick and the Barack Obamas and the George Bushes out there, and all these people that I believe are, these people working in the Federal Reserve, all these people that have betrayed us in the Senate and the Congress, all these evil people out there, the Bilderberger groups. I'm not saying all of them. It's not all of them, but as a general rule, it's enough to get the job done, a critical mass. So it's a majority of these people. Do you understand? And besides, they get their way, okay, come hell or high water. Because since they don't value their conscience, and if they're too big to jail, you understand, they get friends in high places. They get away with stuff you and I can't. And they are willing to commit murder, even to the point of killing the head of the state of the most powerful nation on earth. That's an advantage. Okay, temporarily, in their sick, twisted heads, but they're destined for Hades. God's going to have to at some point lay down the law, and that's what it's written. He separates the wicked from the righteous. Remember, the wicked, once there's a reality where they can't get an advantage over others, they can't enslave others, they would be miserable there. You understand? But that's heaven. That's where the righteous want to be. A level playing field. From birth, that is what is coming. We must be born again. And that's a reality the righteous can and should expect to be born into. Okay? I believe death is no different than life. I really do believe it's a continuum. I believe just like when we came into this world, there was people all around us. We came out of our mother. I mean, it's the most beautiful paradigm. God knows exactly what he's doing. And we're a part of something special, cosmic, and we really need to own up to it and take the responsibility. Okay, created just a little lower than the angels. We have a big responsibility to each other. Let people know. You see a homeless person, go give them a few bucks if you can afford it. Do you understand? And the most important thing you should do, you see somebody down on their luck, is let them know you love them. That's it. Remember, you might be talking to an angel. You might be talking to Jesus. You don't know. God can do anything. This is like a big trial. God's watching the hearts and minds of men. He's paying attention to what's going on inside of us. Okay? Are our hearts pure? Do we have goodwill toward all men, not some men selectively, exclusively? Okay? He cares about those things, the state of our hearts and our minds, our spirits and our souls, and what we're teaching and preaching others or failing to teach and preach others, because it's a two-way street. Remember, it's not just sins that we can commit, these things that bring us big fat downers, right? But they're the things that we should do that we're not doing, and that's a sin. So there's no easy out for any of us. None of us get to skate. We're all held to a very high standard, Because in all honesty, we have to say, yeah, we are really smart creatures. And I've got no excuse for not learning, having all the information of the ages, okay, at my fingertips with the internet, and I fail to desire to learn it, and so I don't. I just say, who cares? I've got lots of money. I'm successful as defined by the world, and that's the only definition that counts. I'm an educated man. I'm a learned man, and I'm the pragmatic one. I'm the practical one. Don't give me that do goody good BS. I do what I want. I love money. I'm unabashed about that. Well, we can all say that. I mean, God knows we all do. We're not going to lie to God. We can lie to everybody in the whole world, including ourselves, which I believe we're born masters of self deceit. But we can't lie to the one that created us, that owns us, that's going to decide our destiny from here. That we